get focused on this. So our topics are, we have SEC. I don't think it should take longer than like one segment, 12 to 24 minutes. So should we just do that and then go from there, or what?
Yeah, sure. And we have the government deadline. Write it down. Freelance. Okay. Do it. Let's do it, Jay. SEC. So UCT units. UCT fund and N8 filing. Okay. We are team A. So topic 1A. Okay. I agree with you. So I agree with the topic, no objections. Ateh is here. Is here. Do you agree with the topic?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no
Do you have
objection.
objection?
No objection.
On topic? Okay.
For the moment, I will do agree.
Yeah.
Okay, ready, write it down. So, also, Jay, you brought it up. If you want, it's you. Me, myself, I, you, and me. Practice number one.
Jay, are you doing the filing already?
Yeah.
No, we're seeing.
Okay, because I just heard the sound.
Are we on topic or are we doing agreement?
And
It's
the
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Yeah.
We have a
Pardon?
Topic
on
one.
topic. Hey, why did it say anything else? Doesn't make sense.
I'm fixing that.
Right. So, did someone link either the notes or I need the UCT Immensity Fund.
CIK. What do you need?
Either a link to the notes or the UCT Immensity Fund. So if you can just link the notes into the chat, it would be helpful.
What do you need about the UCT? The PDF, the document?
We're doing.
What do you need about UCT?
We're doing UCT Immensity Fund for the SEC filing.
Yeah. So you want this, right? The Google Doc.
The drive.
Line 8. Is what you're looking for?
I believe so, but I need the link on the Jitsi chat.
You want the link on the Jitsi chat? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, So I'm all logged in now. Let me share my screen. And we have this one. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, I think what we did last time is we had to copy all of it. And then I go to the bottom. No, we didn't do that. We exported, we downloaded as a plain text.
Yes,
Then,
exactly. Plain text.
Mm-hmm.
then we go to downloads.
Let me see plain text.
And then we put this, oops. Okay, so then this is the old one. Okay, and then this is the PDF version. All right, so then we bring this over here. And then we need to fix the formatting.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So, Jay, why did you make it in plain text? Is it plain text?
Because we have to upload it and it won't accept it without the text correctly. Also, while we are on top here, let's just get the number correct. Let me mess that up. So the number is 302.212. 302.212. 4031. Okay, good. All right, so that's the PDF version, and so then the plain text version is right here. So, okay.
302.212.212.
4031. Yeah. All right, so this looks good. So then we're going to go ahead and upload it, and this is UCT Immensity Fund, right? UCT Immensity. Perfect. Okay. So we go to Documents, we say Add Document, we say Choose Attachments, we say this one for Immensity Fund. The name is N8F, and this is the N8-F form.
N8S. Yes. You type. The type is so we're writing it wrong, and we are the ones who are writing it wrong.
What?
We'll be writing it wrong all the time. And then it's I don't know how that is called, the symbol, the minus.
Slash.
N-8F. Should I make sure that I
Dash. Yeah, dash.
No, I think it doesn't really matter. But,
N-8F form. Yeah.
There is correct. Yeah.
Okay, so now we need to view the document, make sure it looks okay. Looks good. All right. Then we need to do the document validation. And this is where it all goes bad. All right, 65 errors. Okay, so this is the main thing we're doing is we're fixing all these errors.
Yeah.
So first error, line 1. It says there is some invalid text. So this is going to be, no, I don't see anything in line 1. It's weird. Huh, not good. Line 1, question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh,
is this the right document? It's open.
Well, it's UCT Immensity.
Time for breath.
The one that you
Please
have
stop
open.
and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
The one you have open.
Yeah, this is it. UCT Immensity SEC form and ASF. Looks good. So all I remember is that the last time I remember copying and pasting and duplicating, and then
It says a different. It's
release that first half.
Can you see again the title of the document open? Yeah. You sure it's the right one?
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I
Right.
don't know why line
It is.
1 is of issue, but I feel like I remember at the other option. Like actually, here you go. Watch. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna say OMB number 3253-0157. Then I'm gonna delete this line, and then we'll see what happens. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Next, line 19 is number 1. So we go down to 1 and we say cool. Next is we have all the invalid line. Oh no, line 32.
Do you want to copy and paste this in the notes so we can maybe you stay on the document and we tell you so you don't need to go all the time there.
I don't know. I think it's fine. It was fine last time. Line 36 is AD characters. You guys can work on your other work too if you want. So line
Okay.
36 is note. Abandonment is this one. So boom, boom, boom. All right. So that was line 36. Line 43. No business development. So boom, boom. Okay. Line 64. Address of principal executive office, number 5. So just go boom. Cool. Line 69.
Time to pause. Please stop.
Address.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay. Line 77. Name and address. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Perfect. All right, line 78. Check line 86. Note. Once disregarded. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, line 108. 10 state law. 10 state law. Let's go to turn. Cool. Line 116. Provide the name and address. Number 11. So let's go like this. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Line. Oh, it has an invalid character as well. So I think it's these parentheses here. Oh no, it's this under fun. So the apostrophe. Boom. Line 123. 12. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Line 124. Check. Line 124 has a problem with it. Okay, so it's another fun. So it's going to be this one. Line 130. These apostrophes here, double apostrophes, delete. Line 136 is depositors. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. Boom. Perfect. And then we have line 140. It's going to be characters. 14. Perfect. Line 149 is number 15. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Line 159 is there's only one board director. Boom. Boom, boom. Line 165. B. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. All right.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
All right. All right, we're making lots of progress here. This is good. Here, line 182.16. All right, check, 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 check. Okay. Then 190 is D. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, then 200 is if yes. If yes. Wait. 200 is security holders. Security holders, check. Okay, line 207, 19. Line 210. If yes, reserving. Boom. Line 217. A. Line 222. 21. Duplicate. Line 227. B. Liabilities. Line 237. Line 23. And line 240 has the commissions notice. Line 53. If yes. No. Line 257. 85. Activities. Pick line 265. These too much stuff. Okay. Right, 266, 273, 26. Huh, that's weird. 73. Oh, here we go. 1. Boom. Okay, 274. Boom.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, we're almost done with the first round of. I feel like I've never gotten all of them done in the first round, but who knows? Maybe this could be the first time, right? So we're going to delete, and then we're going to re-upload the document. Then we want to get the type in description correct, N-8F form. Review the document, make sure it looks correct. Looks good. Excellent. Then we're going to do the doc validation. 3 errors. Ooh, that's better, right?
Only 3 errors.
Only 3 this time. Okay, line 32. It says that exceeds the number. So line 32. Back to the top. All right. So line 32 is the fund qualifies. The fund qualifies. Go boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that looks good. Line 33. Line 258. 258 is if yes. This is right before section 5. all the way down in section 5. So it says
Here
if
it is.
yes, this part right here. That's fine. Okay, let's save that and then redo it, and this should work. We are so close. So then we're going to delete
Oh.
and then add document, choose attachment.
Okay.
Type and description and dash and the document. It looks
That's it.
and doc validation. 0 errors.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm back.
to attach the PDF version,
Yeah, sure.
and the type is NAF, and this is the
PDF.
PDF version of n-8f1. And then we're going to validate that doc.
0.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now
Okay.
inhale.
You
1,
know.
2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3.
The official
Pause.
document is
Inhale
the
together.
text.
1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Cool. All right, so I think we're good. I
Try.
think it's
Can you do it? Try.
what?
Can you select them? Can you select the 2 documents and do doc validation?
Mm-hmm. 0 errors.
And it didn't. You see, it didn't come out that sentence in red.
Yeah.
Because now it's associated with the official document. Perfect.
Cool. All right, we are good.
Mhm.
All right, so now we are done. Let's double check here. Logic rare, phone number looks good, this looks good, documents look good, CIK looks good, filer information looks good. All right, let's submit.
Wait.
What?
I wanted to double check just
The magic
will-
button.
I will go to 2. So 117 final, eh? 117.
Please, I need 5 minutes.
I can double check
Hello?
as
Wait a second. One second, Jay. Just double check.
well. I'll double check as well. This is USC Entity Fund 117.
00017851117.
Yes, and UIC Trust is 2028. Cool. All right, so we should be good then. So I'm going to send it, okay?
Yes.
Submit.
Let it read, Todd.
All right, we did it. Here is the submission number. I'm going to put this in the chat, and if you can add it to the notes, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Time for view up.
Now I feel
Live streaming.
Okay. Well, we are all done with this topic, and we can officially let everyone know we are off upfront pay stop. Is the next upfront pay stop the
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
okay, sorry, I'm indexing this information into the management section. Oh, it's so much better. because I don't want to make assumptions. I don't want to judge. I don't want to make assumptions. But to everybody else, it's about the half paste or the upfront paste. To you and I, if I may, in my opinion, it's about the work and meeting the deadline. Most the fact that we can cross this off the list, to me, is what really matters. Because it means we are moving forward. That's it's all about moving forward. Moving. But I don't know. So confused. Do you think that the asset record is a good example?
And what?
The asset record that you did with Visa
This is a good
is
what?
a good example for the co-op budget as well.
No. The co-op budget is almost 95% completed in relationship to the past reporting that we did. The old quarterly budget reporting is basically the co-op budget report.
You mean you mean to use the example of the quarterly reports of before, right?
Yeah.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
All right. Break.
Right.
I'm really glad we are done with the SEC filing. Hopefully everything works out and you don't have to deal with anything else with the SEC. But we'll probably need to verify that in a couple weeks, or like a month.
Yeah. I'll do the task for the Google calendars.
Yeah. All right. Take a break. Usually get there at 6 o'clock. Although they like to have that a little earlier. Clean. Back.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
I'm here. Go back.
Hey, yeah.
So focus on topic. I have these two topics today. I think it would be beneficial to have a quick topic on just, I mean, we are in the BSF. What do you want to do?
I'm fine with whatever. I mean, I'd say I'm on one side. I'm down to just like stop and wrap up, or on the other side, I'm down to do whatever topic. We can just do a topic and see where it goes. My personal priority on topics would be figuring out why we're not organized, like actually addressing this whole problem. So like organizing and to training, whatever it takes to be, and we also have some recruitment that we could be doing.
I don't know if I mean this is a big topic. It's the one we want to do. I mean, let's try to understand something. Tomorrow we have survey something. So I'm scheduled at H2, and I'm gonna be there. That's my plan. maybe I died before. Or now scheduled. Let's see if others have anything. Then there's nothing scheduled for tomorrow. Right? Great. So you said you would enjoy free Saturday. I would understand you. The point is this. I really desire to do two things. The government, in that case, check. This to me is
Time to pause. Please
top
stop.
priority of my life.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open
I
your
want
eyes.
to understand what's going on. I want to be able to support you, to help you get this is an injustice with a person. It's most important to the planet. So I want to figure out how we can fight. And then I also feel that we want to just make a plan here today. Because we have the opportunity now with the new recruits from the very start to set us up for success. So we made an amazing, amazing milestone yesterday with the topic. The last topic has been session. So I'll go from there. And try to
Sorry, guys. I had to take longer
find,
because I was changing the newspaper. I'm back.
a solution, a plan. We don't have a plan, Jay. We don't have a plan. We don't have a plan.
A plan for what? We have lots of plans.
Plan
Jay, are you
on
done with
how,
the CC?
Yeah, we finished it. We're on view up.
Thank God.
We're no longer on upfront pay stop.
do you want to make a communication that we're no longer on for based on update?
Well, I already did
Okay.
the core team.
Okay.
Okay, Jay.
Okay, so okay.
Any? Just
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So again, to me, I would do this. Then we can do the wrap. Uh,
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
so 24 to 48, or no, 24 to 36, 9, 12. Because if we cannot find a simple, like three, but a simple three component quick plan to just emergencies. It's an emergency.
Decade?
An emergency. Emergency plan to set up us for success with the new recruits. Again, I have that it's not something we want to do for the long term, but for the for the immediate emergency. I think that the tutor or the orientation figure could be very helpful while we implement, while we make our methods work, right? We have everything in place to be super functional. Problem is that it things need time, effort, and work to happen. It's time running out. So we need an
So I feel
emergency
like
contingency.
the plan is a separate topic, which we have the plan to prevent or end pay stops, right? So this is more of like a management plan, which we've gone
No,
over.
talking about the people.
I don't understand why you're saying what is the emergency plan to set up for success? That's the management plan, which we worked on before, that needs to be implemented. It's currently not being implemented. And we could add the organizing, the team training to that with these new responsibilities, etc. But I don't see how that relates to emergency planning.
I know what we have, but what I want to do is just find.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Brainstorm together quickly 3 things that we can do immediately after this session to like stop what do you say when you're bleeding without stopping in English? Moraggia is in Italian.
You're gushing blood. I don't know. Like you're bleeding out.
There is a scientific term, medical term, hemorrhage. Because I mean, what I'm saying, we have everything in place, right? That we need. The point is that what we don't have is time, because we cannot allow another week to go by like this last week. Cannot allow it anymore. So, just want to see if we can find three things that we can do easy, immediate, can be communication as well or whatever. Something that we can do and just do it to make sure that we kind of hold things together for the time that we need to implement the management plan and the resilience and training the right thing that we want for the long term. But if it doesn't make sense, yeah, trust the president will more than that. And hemorrhage. Hemorrhage. The way that I visualize it in the morning is that we are hemorrhaging. Oh,
Let's just do both at the same time. Can we just do both? So organizing and team training and management plan for ending pay stops. That's not good? It's all together. We're gonna have a big long discussion about all of it. Stop the hemorrhage. Yes, exactly.
yes, nice, cool topics. No objections from my side.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30
Do
seconds.
we have agreement on the topics?
Yeah.
Okay. creating the tab. Okay. Okay, ready to go. So, Jay, mind first take the lead.
So the first topic is the government debt case. Okay, so this one's gonna be me. So first of all, it's not.
J versus us.
Yeah, it's not J versus U.S.
J versus the United States. No,
No,
United States. I
that's
it's
not
the
thought
it.
J
government,
versus us.
the United States government.
The
Yeah,
U.S. doesn't
it's clear now.
oversee.
It's
The
trying
U.S.
to
doesn't.
screw over Jay.
The United States
Hmm?
does not oversee
What?
elections. All elections in the United States are done locally. So the elections board is under the counties. So the county board of everything is what I was dealing with. All right, so let's just go with like a timeline of next steps. So
The board of California. What's the county? Now the counties.
the counties.
Yeah, what's that county that is?
Well, there's two counties involved. There's Santa Clara County, and there's San Mateo County. So those are the two counties.
But there's only one that is requesting you that this payment, no?
I mean, I don't know exactly. We don't know. That's what we need to find out.
Okay, great.
Okay, so I want to go through some
Time
of these.
to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, so I want to kind of go over these timelines and steps, and each one's dependent on the next one, so they do go in order, and depending on the outcome of the first one will depend on how we go from there. So for now, we'll just say step one is the setup and, getting organized, right? So the first step is basically to send letters to the county boards of Santa Clara and San Mateo to ask them the current status and if they are willing to forgive the debt. In writing, of course, right?
But first we need to first we need to do the research because we want to find out if we have two counties. From what you explained me last time is we have two counties. Okay, we don't know which county, but this is something we will find out.
Counties are Santa Clara and San Mateo.
Yeah, but there's only one county that is demanding this payment, right?
I don't know that. Like both of them charged me, and both of them went from the campaign to me personally, right? So all of that all happened. This was a decade ago. So the difference now is that they're doing collections on both me and my husband, right? So it's just like that's the issue. So the question is, okay, who is doing that? And we will find that out obviously by asking them.
So, issue is that the counties are demanding collection to both they and the spouse for how much?
I think the total comes out to around $15,000 to $20,000 or $15,000, something like that.
Wow, that's too much.
Yeah, and whoever wins it, they don't do that. Right? That's crazy.
So did they give any reasons for this, Jay?
Time
Yeah,
for
I thought it
breath.
was very clear.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
It was the
Pardon,
cost
Jay?
of the election. So because I didn't have the money to cover the cost of the elections, right? Like
Wow.
there's a provision in the law that says that you give equal treatment to all the candidates, right? But then what happens after the fact is that if you're a poor candidate, then somehow like they give refunds to the rich candidates, and then the poor candidates, instead of covering the costs in the campaign, the costs are then put on the individual in relationship to the actual budget of the elections, and then you have to individually pay it, even though they certified that you didn't have to pay it during the election, but you have to pay it after the election. So it's all very, very odd.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's just like the cost of running the election. So basically, if you're rich and you can pay for it, you get a refund for the money that you paid up front. So like, let's say the rich candidates would pay their $20,000, or the rich campaigns would pay their $20,000, and then they would get like a $5,000 refund, right? Whereas the poor candidates pay their $0 up front, and then they get a $15,000 bill. That make sense?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
law in the United States is really there.
can I put the law into the ChatGPT 3.5 and see a quick summary of this law that you're mentioning?
No, I don't see how that's necessary at all.
For research. Research.
I don't see why we need to do a bunch of research. Like the goal here is just, isn't this VA work? I mean, our goal is to just get this dealt with and move forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not just for you, Jay. We want to deal with it for who's coming next, in my opinion, right? We want to try to.
I mean, I don't know how that's possible, but the bottom line is that, you know, I spent, I don't know, 1,000 hours doing the court case. So the court case was lost, and we got squashed like a bug, right? So what else are you supposed to do after that? It's like we lost the court case. So I mean, you're not even letting me finish like anything here, or even going to the timeline. Like I don't understand what we're even doing here right now. If you want to do research on your own time, you can, but that's not the client work, right? You understand?
Yeah, Jay, let's go to the timeline. Let's set up.
Yes. Please continue, Jay.
I do have
Time
a link.
to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I can't get the link to the lawsuit and all the information. It's like ridiculous, the whole thing. And not all of it's online, but a lot of it's online. All right, but let's finish the timeline and the next steps. So if you want that link, I can get it to you.
I would love to, yes.
The setup and getting organized is what we're doing now. So we want to send the letters to the county boards, and then we got to follow up and call them and try to get clarity on the status and in writing and what is going on with their, and you know, ask the forgiveness of the debt and everything, right? So that's step one. And that needs to be done by the next deadline. So we need to review the deadline. So set up and get organized and review deadlines. So what's checking on our deadlines? No, the following up by phone happens as part of this. This is part of the process.
Okay, part of number 2. Okay. When you say ask them, you mean by phone, not in the letter.
Yeah.
When you write ask them. Send letters to the county boards of Santa Clara and San Mateo to ask them the current status and they are willing to forgive the debt. in writing and then follow up by phone. Okay. Follow up by phone to check that they got the letter. What do you, what
Yeah,
else?
and then I guess you could say that we want to follow up by phone in relationship to like scheduling these meetings, right? So eventually you would want to meet in person with them based on how they respond to the letters. But we need to get our deadline. So can someone get our deadlines?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So my understanding is the deadline that we already missed for now is just that we just need to get set up and get organized, which is what we're trying to do.
It's today, September 1st.
Yeah, so today is just getting organized and having clear what the next steps are so that we're all on the same page in terms of like what we're trying to do with this process.
The deadline is the title of the topic. Setup, coordination, and planning. Yes. Then the next deadline is, I'm getting it, trying to find it. Yes. Draft of all bureaucracy here, September 23rd. Go back to the, where do you want the deadlines, Jay? Here?
Okay, wherever.
Okay.
Let's put them below, like line 25.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. 25.
Line
Here
25.
is the second deadline, and then we have a third deadline, which is October 1st, to schedule meetings and send the letters.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
So what is the current deadline?
I'm getting that as well. It's 3 deadlines.
All right, government does set up coordination. So that's the day.
Yeah.
Then on September 23rd, we're supposed to do drafts of all bureaucracy. This doesn't make any sense. So I think this is, I think by September 23rd, we need drafts of all letters, right? And then
Finalized.
by October 1st, we need the final letters, right? And scheduled meetings.
Okay, so I think this is like this how we create it. Okay, the draft of all bureaucracy means final letters. You have drafts finalized, so final letters ready. Then by
These
the
deadlines are just disastrous. I wonder who wrote these deadlines. I thought we had it much more organized before in terms of what the deadlines were. I feel like sometimes Joyce just goes out of her way to like create new deadlines and she just writes whatever she wants. You know?
let me check.
Because like
Okay.
I definitely did not write drafts of all bureaucracy. That is not coming from me.
I think I wrote it when we decided the deadlines. I'm double checking.
I mean, they should be in our decisions channel, right?
I am looking in the JLAN support switch, my management switch. That's not good.
Right here, I found
Yes.
it.
The secret channel is much better.
So it says drafts of all bureaucracy. It does say that. So
Yeah,
weird.
we were together, Jay, when we.
Drafts of all bureaucracy. God, it's terrible. All right.
Our
Anyway,
bureaucracy,
I think we
Yeah.
should just keep it simple. Drafts by the 23rd, final by October 1st.
Okay. Okay. We want to have the final letters ready and we want to have sent and meetings scheduled by October 1st so that we go to the Hawaii with the head free of this. You know, the schedule, the letters to be sent, verify that the letters will be received, and we have meetings scheduled.
I know, but that's not what we agreed on. What we agreed on was to draft by September 23rd, final by October 1st. So we can change the agreement all we want to.
We agreed that
It's clear that it was a draft, right? On line 33, the agreement was draft. September 23rd was going to be drafts. October 1st, finals.
letters is interpretable. I remember when we meant letters sent, verified.
I'm fine doing it earlier. Alberto, we can do whatever we want earlier. We can do it tomorrow if we want to.
You're right.
The
right,
deadline
right.
that we agreed,
Right.
the draft was going to be September 23rd. October 1st is the final. We want to do it early, great.
You're right.
But let's not sit here and argue about what was agreed on because it's obvious that it was a draft for the 23rd and the final on October 1st.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So, sending the letter, so drafting and sending the letter. So draft and send letters to the county boards by October 1st. Okay, and the drafts are due by September 23rd. Okay, so basically after that we would schedule the meetings and ideally meet with the representatives and follow up and communicate with them by phone. And then the outcomes from this process are either one, that both still want their money, or two, one county wants money, or three, that neither wants money or willing to settle. Okay, so that would be that. That makes sense in terms of like the outcome of that process. So from there, if one or two could lead to, so if we have outcomes of still lots of money owed, we would have to file in bankruptcy court, federal bankruptcy court, and basically I believe it's like chapter 7 is like full bankruptcy like 100%, right? Whereas chapter 11, I believe, is what we would be interested in. Chapter 11 is a forced settlement, which is just like a minor bankruptcy. So what we want is chapter 11. Does that make sense? So we're just trying to
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time
What are
to
you talking
start.
about, Jay? Come on.
Please get focused on the session.
What?
Bankruptcy. You cannot fight for bankruptcy. You're the CEO. No the derivations of you fight for bankruptcy.
What do you mean? I can do whatever I want to. Bankruptcy.
So, in the United States, the point is this, Jay. Can I ask you a question?
The goal is not necessarily to go bankrupt. The goal is to force the settlement, right? But yes, what do you want to ask? And then obviously we can also file in federal court to challenge the law, but this is like very, very low probability of winning, right? So what we already did is we filed in state court and we lost. So we could technically file in federal court, but we'd still probably lose. Plus it's 10 years after, so like the statute of limitations might even apply to some of the legal arguments.
I agree, it's too late. So the point is, there's two trajectories. First trajectory, Jay. So, Jay, why are you considering filing for bankruptcy?
Because I haven't been able to pay this for over 10 years, and they're now garnishing my spouse's wages, and it's unacceptable. And the only way I can get rid of it is through a bankruptcy. There's no other way. And I always wanted to do that, but it's like,
You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay because it's unjust.
Well, no, I don't have $15,000 sitting around to pay for it.
Yeah, it's too much.
You can fundraise them, or can lend it to you, or we can find a solution.
We could. That's
Bankruptcy
certainly an option.
bankruptcy is okay. You don't deserve to have bankruptcy on your background. Nothing wrong. You're wrong. You didn't steal to nobody. I don't know. Bankruptcy. I mean, the United States is something different. Bankruptcy is very different in the United States. For example, in Italy, if you file for
Time to
bankruptcy,
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
and you're the CEO of a company, like you cannot be because no bank would ever lend you a cent or collaborate with you, or it would be a very bad business card.
Image.
Image, yeah, the image is very bad. I mean, bankruptcy people, you know how people are. They just make assumptions and judge it. So, bankruptcy, so we definitely want to avoid that, in my opinion. This is a good fundraising. You know? For wrong, LPGA, the most important person on this planet, to pay these things. So we make also publicity on this wrongdoing. Anyways, I shut up.
So I'm not sure exactly what we're getting here or what we're trying to achieve, but I mean, overall, I think the concept of bankruptcy is a very useful tool, and like anyone should be able to deal with bankruptcy as they need it. And I definitely feel like entire countries should be able to go bankrupt. I think Italy, Greece, other countries should be able to go bankrupt. Pretty much any country, like all the African countries, any country, especially if you're under the euro, should be able to go bankrupt. Like the whole idea that countries can't go bankrupt and then instead they're controlled by banks is insane, right? In terms of like political systems. So, um, for me, it's just all about just fair accountability, making sure that organizations are functional in terms of groups of people in decision making. Nothing should be based on any one person, but our society is completely backwards and completely screwed up already. In terms of my whole history and situation, it's like, what I was like 25 or 26 or something like that. Couldn't have been that much later. It was like 2008 that I had to do the bankruptcy before. And it totally screws up your entire life. And I admit that there's no way I'm getting any support from banks anyway. Like,
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
My
so
point
like
is,
if our entire society is just based on whether someone's going bankrupt or not, I think we're screwed. Does that make sense?
so, Jay, the point is this. You just said it. Our society is screwed. It doesn't make sense. So here, the point is this. Is this money they're asking you to pay correct or it's criminal? Right? We believe that it's criminal.
Are they breaking the law to ask for this money?
The law, I don't know, the law is
Yeah, like breaking the law.
against us.
I would have to say no, because the way that, first of all, there's two things about law. There's the actual law, and then there's the interpretation of the law, right? So I obviously
Yeah.
think they were interpreting the law incorrectly. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent thousands of hours in trying to make it so that poor people could run for office. I mean, my entire goal in terms of transforming the government of the United States was ensuring that poor people could run for office and making sure that poor people were taken seriously. That was my goal, and I failed miserably, right?
Yes. So the law, I'm not talking about the law. The law is against us.
6?
We lost.
Or no, you don't want to do 6? You want to do earlier? Anyways, can I finish? And I gotta get going pretty soon, so I don't know if we'll be able to do topic 3.
So it simply means that the
Finish.
law of the United States wants
This
the
has nothing to do
poor
with the United
to be
States.
poorer.
This is a California law.
Okay, so the California law wants the poor to remain poorer while the rich get richer.
Absolutely. That is
The law is part of
exactly
the
what all
problem.
the laws do. That is the
Which
whole
is very
100%
bad.
how the law works, Ateh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
So,
bad.
but the point here that I'm trying to make is that the interpretation of the law was incorrect. They actually had to change it after this all happened to make it clearer that they really wanted to screw people who were poor because of what happened with me. And so they actually changed the law afterwards to make it even clearer that they were going to screw people. But then afterwards, it's still obviously unconstitutional. Like in my mind, the law itself is unconstitutional. And if I had done this correctly, I would never have filed it in state court. I always should have filed it originally in federal court. That was a huge mistake, right? But whatever. We make the mistakes. It is what it is.
Time
So,
to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
so if this was any sort of like normal bank debt, you would just settle it for pennies on the dollar. But the fact it's the government debt, they refuse to settle. I've always offered like 50% or whatever I can pay to settle the debt, and they've always refused. They always wanted the full amount, which I was always unable to pay.
And they made a mistake. Because
Yeah.
now they had the chance to settle. They
They had
thought,
many chances to settle, and they refused, which is why I ended up suing them.
which is why it ended up where we are now, in my opinion. So now we're fighting. We don't care about the law. The law is against us. Fight it in any way possible.
But that's kind of what I already did. Is I already tried to fight it, and it failed.
Because it was 10 years ago. Or 10 years ago. Now it's all different story. So fight it again. And we do a big manifesto. We do a fundraising. And we go
So
to the
that would
Supreme
be
Court.
that would be number 5, like filing in federal court again.
Supreme Court. Can we do this report?
But I still think that the filing in court, if you fought it in court, which is number 5, it still makes sense to do the bankruptcy first, because basically you file the bankruptcy, you put the bankruptcy on hold while the federal court is going on. This was always my original plan, was that's going to file in bankruptcy. Look, you're bankrupting a indigent poor person, and then
Yes.
and then that's the foundation to your federal court case. Like this is unconstitutional because they are literally pushing a poor person into bankruptcy simply because they ran for government office to serve their community.
And they were there to protect the poor.
No, they're
It's
not.
very difficult to prove. It's very difficult to prove that you are a poor person.
That's what they're supposed to be doing.
No, they don't do that at all. It doesn't. Not how it works, unfortunately.
It's very difficult to prove that you are a poor person. But the point is that they have forced you to bankrupt, whatever. But I agree with you.
Okay,
It's a very strong,
really going through a lot.
negotiation point that we should have. The fact that, fight for bankruptcy.
Anyways, I found the link here that I can link here for the lawsuit. It's overwhelming to say the least. But anyways,
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
I think the plan is very clear. Whether we stop before the bankruptcy and then decide to settle or to pay the amount, whatever happens, or we decided to move forward with the bankruptcy, or we decide to hold the bankruptcy and then go directly to federal court, the process is the same. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. We just go through it, and it allows us for the most flexibility. And what's interesting to note here is that you could just run for office again and get into the same problem and then there's two things that make this a current court case. One is that they're actively garnishing wages. So that means it's currently happening today, right? It's not only from 10 years ago. And then secondly, I could just run again and they would charge me again because they can't prevent me from running, right? I have a legal right to run and they have a legal right to do everything that's required. And then you can just file again based on the same principle, you know? So the issue never goes away.
Don't even say that.
You don't even say what?
Oh, you're running and going to that space is just crazy.
I don't know where
But the
you're
point, the possibility of you running again or becoming a politician, please. Let's transform the world and then run.
No, running for office is like one of the goals overall is transforming our whole governance model in terms of our elections and everything. So for me, running is about running on the goal is the most votes with the least amount of money, like getting the money out of the elections. That's the whole goal, getting all the corrupt money out of the elections. There doesn't need to be a bunch of money in voting for and running for our
yes, but you have a much bigger purpose. We will find the right people to run. Of course, we need to go there. One point. Absolutely. I agree with
But the point is that I am willing to run for office as needed. It's not, I don't care whether I do or don't. It's just that it's all about the models and the systems and the processes. It's not about whether or not someone runs. It's about what is the best for the community and for the society, right?
Of course. Of course. If it's going to be you, maybe it's going to be you.
Exactly. And that should just
if
be
I think about
the vortex, right? The whole vortex in the community that votes and coordinates. Like for me, it's all about bringing democracy into the campaigns, into the system, so that everybody has a say on who's running and who's supported and how the campaigns are organized, so that it's not basically my experience with political campaigns is political campaigns are organized as dictatorships. It's insane.
my feeling, the way that flows, if I look at it, is that we when we are ready to run,
Time to pause.
Running
Please
with,
stop. Close your
hundreds of
eyes.
candidates.
Count 1,
Candidates.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
We're going to be running all over the place.
Yeah.
With you and the top coordinating everybody. That's how it flows. If you see you running in office, it didn't happen and it wasn't meant to happen. We have a much bigger purpose, in my opinion. Anyways, I wanna ask you something first. Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they're willing to cancel, I would say that forgive. Forgive what? You did nothing wrong. Forgive what? Okay. Cancel the debt, and we send them an ultimatum.
Well, it would be to settle or cancel debt. Okay.
No. I would never. I mean, you're here to support the customers.
I can't quite understand you. What?
It is about you, so we do what you want to do. But my point is that we send them a letter and we tell them, look, what you're doing is wrong because of this, and that. So we tried to settle before, you did not accept because you're arrogant and you think you can do whatever you want. So now the situation has changed. We have lost our patience, so we can decide to cancel that. We did nothing wrong. You're the ones that are crazy and have the right in the heart in totally wrong place. And we give you an ultimatum: either cancel or we fight you. Tell them how we fight you. First, bankruptcy, then Supreme Court, Federal Court, manifesto online, fundraising. We are going to fight this. That's my point. This is how we start the political branch.
So unfortunately, this is not political. This is where the political, it's very rare. Like there's, I see almost no instance where the political just like completely blurs into the personal, right?
This is political. We're going to change the law.
You know, because typically it's like the only times where political blurs into personal is obviously in this case where you're poor and they're just like, oh, instead of like if someone has a campaign, their campaign pays all the bills, not the individual, right? But they're like, oh, your campaign's so poor, we're just going to pay there. It's the individual. It's like when you have a corporation, the individual is not responsible for the debts. Basically, they're saying your campaign, you're personally responsible for.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
And then the other issue is obviously if you break the law as a candidate, you have personal consequences. I obviously did not break the law in any way, right?
My point is this: we are confronted with evil, very clear evil here, right? This is evil. So we escalate. We escalate in a way that they have no idea what it means, and show them that the music is changing because this is wrong. And I don't know why you say it's not political. To me, this is the way we start getting into the politician scene, the politics scene in the United States to change the law.
I can think of like 20 better ways of getting into the politics scenes than this. Because I've been here, done this. This didn't go very far. I didn't get hardly any help at all. There wasn't much interest. It was like a disaster, right? This is not really where politics is as far as the United States, as far as I can tell. People were not really interested in my politics, unfortunately. But we can change that.
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't understand. About the past, you did this, you did that.
I mean, for me, this is not
You're a
a
good friend.
political issue. This is just a personal financial issue that just needs to be dealt with so that we can move on and focus on more important things on both the political and organizational levels.
I don't know. I mean, personal. You say personal. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, I don't understand either why it's personal, but it is. This is not a political campaign. It was related to a past political campaign, but the campaign itself is no longer applicable to this particular issue. The issue is personal. So I'm fine. Like we could create a political campaign to address this, but the only thing that could be, I mean, you can create a political action committee and you can create a candidate committee. So you could create a candidate committee to raise funds to cover past costs potentially. I don't even know how that might work, but you can do that. And you could try to raise funds, but I don't see why anyone would want to do that. Also, it's against all the principles of basically the campaigns that I run. But either way, we could set up a political branch of like
Time to pause.
the
Please stop. Close
know if
your
you
eyes.
understand me,
Count
but-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
But the
This is-
easiest thing, but
This
we
is
could
not personal.
No, I'm not talking about, obviously, it's more than just personal, but as far as the law goes, the legality of it, it's personal. It's under my personal tax ID. It's under my personal spouse's tax ID. It's in my personal taxes. This is not an organizational nor a government committee, political action committee, or candidate committee issue. It's a personal tax ID, personal legal issue. Do you see what I'm saying? In terms of legally, it's personal.
That's solved with number 4, correct? That's how we solve that.
So what?
What you just said, right? That's how we address that.
What? By what?
The fact that it's on your personal tax ID and it's creating problem with your spouse and your household and all of that, correct? That's how we address it. number 4. That correct?
Exactly. Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
solution.
It's
Okay.
just a perfect
Just,
solution. Yes.
yeah, it's just a component. But the fact that this is not the personal component of the whole evil issue is solved very easy. Number 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Then this is not personal. This is now out of our control, in my opinion. This has become real, and it's a very, very big opportunity for us, in my opinion, my feeling, my understanding, to start fighting
Now I added a number six. I added a
where
number 6.
we need to be fighting on
Yeah.
the law. The law. We want to change the laws. Laws change.
Yeah.
Here we have a very good battleground. Start doing that.
So yeah, I mean that's definitely something we could make a proposal to the government to fix and change this law. I was not able to do that because of it's the same thing with
We
all the
were
crypto
alone.
and the finance. I was just overwhelmed, and the anxiety and the inability to move it forward after just getting crushed like a bug. It was just like I couldn't get out of the past thing. It was difficult to go into moving forward with it.
Yes.
Time to
Something
take a
changed. I'm gonna
break.
write it down.
Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
So that can be like number 6, like, because everything 1 through 5 is all the past. Number 6 can be moving forward into the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jay.
Yeah.
You're alone there. You're not alone
Yeah.
anymore.
Before you stood for the as a candidate, was there no registration, like an amount you deposited for registration?
Yes, that's exactly why I had to file with what's called indigency. So when you're an indigent, which is a complicated English word for poor, right? When you get on official government programs, right? And then they give you free stuff. So I filed all my government paperwork as an indigent candidate. It was approved and verified as an indigent candidate. And I was on other government programs too, including I could even get food stamps if I wanted to, but all the medical and all the healthcare and everything else, right? So I did not have to pay all of the fees and costs associated with running for office until after the election. So if you're a rich candidate, you're forced to pay all of these fees during the election, right? And then so as an indigent candidate, I did not have to pay all that money. And there's nowhere in the law that specifically states that you are for sure 100% going to be charged and basically bankrupted after they file you indigent. Like if you go to a bank and they officially declare that you're poor and indigent, it is against the law for the bank to make you a loan. If the bank
Yeah.
makes you a loan after they determine that you're poor, it's called reckless abandonment, and they're legally liable for giving away money to people that they know can never pay it back. But in this case, the government can do exactly the opposite and then bankrupt poor people and screw their lives over. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Insane. Insane.
Really
Outrageous.
serious.
Outrageous. We should fight this with all our force of die trying.
Or we could just like move forward with the simplest possible process and then have a bigger fight of just transforming the whole government to where we want it to be instead of worrying about the past.
Yes, I mean, whatever, how we're going to
Yeah.
fight it, you know best. Yeah. We should
Yeah.
fight this the best strategy possible. Yeah.
Yes, I mean for me like number 6, I have organized political branch to build democratic bottom-up political committees everywhere in people's parallel governance, and then we can propose all of the laws that need to change and all of the principles, including that you never bankrupt candidates, right? Like candidates must be
Yes.
separate from their campaigns. Like that's just extremely important, and it's insane that was not the case in the past. So all these things can easily be fixed in the system, but it starts with just at least addressing the past and dealing with this $15,000 of debt that we're currently getting garnished wages for.
Yeah, instead normally there was supposed to be a budget allocated for indigens when they are running for office.
Yes,
I
and
understand that.
one
They
of the
don't want normal people to run. They want people that already
exactly
have ties
that
with corporations, with
exactly
things, and everything. So it's always in the hands of the same people. It doesn't matter who wins, who
yes
controls things. It's always the same people.
exactly
That's the point.
yes exactly.
Uh, that's the
So
point.
yes, exactly. So the other thing to make clear here is that I forget, but I agree with everything you're saying. That it's just so
I
important.
agree.
The
So
bigger
important. But
yeah.
you know best how we should deal with this. But the personal component, what do we do? It's also a strong selling point, as you make very clear. Fight for bankruptcy. But I would never. That is not true. But I wouldn't feel comfortable at the current status of the information that I have to try to settle anymore. Must,
Yeah, for sure.
must.
This is
We didn't
evil.
settle before. Now it came to our table.
I would settle in a second, dude. If I could get rid of this causes so much anxiety, so much just like overwhelm, so much just pressure. I mean,
Yeah,
it
you're just
it's
going
like
through a lot.
and it's just so hard to do anything. I mean, this is the only thing worse than this in my entire life has been the crypto and losing the millions of dollars of crypto. You know, this
I
is the
understand, Jay. I understand. So, okay. So, see, now I have more different information,
and my hope. And one of the reasons that I didn't like actually file
let's try
bankruptcy.
to solve this. Yes.
One of the reasons I didn't file bankruptcy is I was always very hopeful that I would actually like the crypto would all work out and everything would work out and be able to pay this $15,000 off and it wouldn't matter anymore, you know. But obviously everything fell apart and like there's just like it's just I don't have $15,000. My business doesn't even have $15,000, you know. So it's like it's just
Yeah.
not possible to really pay this off. Like it's just in the current.
Okay, I understand. Something. You are, there's so many ways to raise millions. You're worried about
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
I don't know. I think you're sometimes it's very difficult because I understand the situation is very emotional, so it's kind of difficult for you to separate it from what happened in the past. I understand
I
it.
mean, I've never been successful raising millions. I've only money I've ever gotten. I got $2,500 once from one person. Then I got the $3,000 grant, which was the $10,000, and they took $7,000 back. So there was the 2,500 once, and there was the $3,000, and then there's basically the $13,000 that you put into SB. So
You're
that's not even really an investment or a donation. It's kind of more client work. So that's literally it for my entire life. Everything else comes from myself. I'm doing work, right?
Jenny, but you've been successful in making millions.
For other people, not for myself.
I mean, making millions, it's difficult. So a lot more difficult making money than raising money. Raising money, you knock on a door, you ask money. Okay, it's no, you knock on the next door, you ask money. Tell me, you knock on sufficient doors if your point is valid. If it's valid, you have very valid features here. There's going to be a door that opens. Making money, I don't know, a million times harder than raising money. So I wouldn't be worried about that. Let's make a plan and it happen. First, yes, first, go with a plan.
So are we on the same page for this is a 6-step plan? Do we do it or what? Or you think that this is not going to work?
No, there's a 7 then. Wait, okay. Let me review one second. Sorry. I'm going to review deadlines. Draft and send. I think this is not. We are not done with getting organized. Right? How do we want to move forward with draft letters?
Okay, I already have all of the bankruptcy documents prepared. I almost did this before, but I just couldn't. I couldn't deal with it.
Assign to your team as much as possible, Jay, about this.
Say what?
Time
Assign to your
pause.
team as much as
Please
possible
stop.
about this.
Close
Please.
your eyes. Count 1, 2,
Tell us what to
3,
do.
4,
I don't
5.
understand. What?
Open your eyes.
Tell us what to do to go to step 2. From step 1 to step 2, there is this link missing.
From step 1 to step 2, there's something missing. Why? Step 1 and step 2.
How do you get started with the drafting? Yeah.
This should just be scheduling VA work, right? So we just schedule VA work, right?
Okay, perfect. Okay.
And we need to find and look through. I think I have some draft letters already, and we just need to update them with the current information. And we're going to have 2 letters, one for Santa Clara, one for San Mateo. I'm seeing if I can find anything here. Voluntary position, creditors, saving credit company. Yeah, I don't see the letters, so I don't know. Maybe we could try to find it, but if we can't, then we just start from scratch.
Yeah. I think it's
Yes.
good. To start from scratch is always good. You will find it. Just start over. Yes. So you got the link, okay. So
Now, also, I truly believe that if we filed in bankruptcy court, I think the bankruptcy court does have the power to, especially on the federal level against a state county, right? They have the power to say that the debt is invalid, right? That they could just rule that the debt is invalid. Because if I'm reading this introduction to the bankruptcy forms, and basically I'm asking the court. This court has the power to force a reasonable settlement to avoid Chapter 7 bankruptcy of the petitioner and prevent immoral action from happening. So the court could actually force settlement or force the actual debt to be invalidated based on constitutional principles, and then the case just ends, and then there is no actual bankruptcy. You know?
Hi, Jay, can you link this form?
What form? What do you want me to link?
The form you're looking now.
So there's 2 things I linked. One is on line 11 has everything related to the court cases for everything. Insane. Line 20, it's not everything. It's like half of everything. All the other half is not online. But the line 21, there's this simultaneous bankruptcy document. So if we filed in federal court, we'd also file in bankruptcy court, and the federal bankruptcy document.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
So under the bankruptcy documents, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 documents that are all put together and filed together with the bankruptcy. And the first one, the cover letter introduction and the table of contents, is what I was talking about in terms of the introduction, which clearly goes over exactly what is going on. Okay? It just introduces it.
Would you mind giving me access to all of this with the FQN exam?
Oh, you don't have access to it?
No, none of these things.
No, it says anyone with the link can edit.
And I'm talking about the links in the document.
What links? You can't access the cover letter.
voluntary petition, Social Security form,
I don't know. Maybe the
master
Social Security
mailing.
form you don't need access to, but the point is that the cover and introduction, which is all you need access to, you should have access to it. That's all we're talking about right now.
Okay, of these links, do I need something from these links?
It's just the first one, the cover and introduction and table of contents. That
That
is,
I have it. That I have it.
yeah, that's all I was talking about.
Okay.
Okay, so it's definitely a significant process, but the point here is that just by reading this, my understanding of the Chapter 7 bankruptcy, I believe it's the Chapter 11, which is the worst one, I don't know, but either way, it is possible to avoid bankruptcy with the court forcing settlement or even invalidating the debt itself, and then you don't actually go bankrupt, as far as reading this introduction.
Okay, Jed, well, we want to take away the stress that you're first experiencing. Right? So I know that in the United States, courts are way faster. So maybe, I don't know. But the way that we planned it here, which now you're saying something different. You want to put 0.5 before 4 in the timeline. You want to do 5 before 4. I think that what we want to do is we send the letters. We tell them, look, situation, we can see what we can. Then we tell them, cancel the debt because you did something wrong, you're evil, and you're that person.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Now we're ready to settle. Ready. We try to put together an amount that we can see that makes sense.
All right.
And then we just, if they say no, we don't want you to be stressed, let's just do the filing with bankruptcy. So if your spouse also, your household is I don't know. Okay, it's better about all of this, and then we do the federal court. Then, if we win, you get reimbursed and cancel the file, the history that the bankruptcy was wrong and should have never happened.
Okay, so are we on the same page, or should we just continue later? Because I need to get going.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This looks good.
Yes, Jed.
I mean, really, all we're doing for now is just 1, 2, 3, right? So after we do 1, 2, 3, we need to set new deadlines depending on the outcome of 1, 2, 3. Then we can set deadlines for 4, 5, and 6, depending. Okay.
Yeah, 7 maybe. Do a manifesto or online fundraising campaign, and we try to fight this.
This should certainly could be part of our umbrella fundraising campaign once we get that set up.
Yeah, 7 point.
Anyways,
but it's a very good plan. Yes, it's a very good plan. I'm on board.
Okay, cool. So are we done?
Just one clarification, and then we're done. So next step, schedule.
Yeah, schedule to go over these draft letters by September 23rd.
Okay, so even before, right?
Like, I tell you, that's policy tracking. Like, the idea that you would need to ask permission to do something before the deadline is policy tracking. Like, it's unacceptable. That's asking permission to do work. I cannot give you permission to do work, period. That's against.
I'm not asking permission. I'm saying that we should do it before.
If it's okay to schedule before September 23rd. You literally just asked me that. That is asking permission to do work. Right, Alberto? Is it just me?
I don't think that one session
Time
is
to
going to be ever
stretch.
enough.
Please stop,
Of course not.
stand up, and stretch
We
and
need
move
at
around
least,
for 30 seconds.
But the point is that
session to understand how many sessions we're going to need.
but of course we have to schedule before September 23rd multiple times. That's called doing the work. That's what doing work is doing work before the deadline. For you asking whether
We
we
just
need
said
to
it
schedule
before.
before the deadline, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
said.
asking permission to do work.
I don't know. I'm lost, guys. Sorry, I'm lost. I wasn't listening to you guys. I was thinking. So what's going on? I don't understand.
Ateh just asked if it was okay to schedule
Oh,
before the deadline to do the
So
work.
we to schedule for the day. We're never going to be able. We need at least three
I knew that.
sessions here, in my experience, in my feeling, my understanding. At least three sessions. So maybe the last session can be the day of the deadline. Hopefully not, but probably it's going to happen. As we usually do, we go to the last. But if we leave it to the deadline, we're surely not going to meet it because this is work that's going to require at least minimum. I don't know. It depends. I mean, minimum two sessions. Minimum.
Okay, cool. So I need to get going. Okay, so I'll give
Yes.
the
Thank you,
session
Jay.
a 4.
So for tomorrow, Jay, you're not scheduled, so see what happens. But
And I
it
am
would be
very
nice.
concerned about the taxes. I feel like the taxes should be our top priority. All right,
yes.
I'll talk to you all later. Should I leave it going? Are you going to continue?
I don't know if you want to do a wrap up. After I'm all good to go.
Yeah, let's do a wrap up.
Okay, I'll just leave the recording going. All right.
All right. Thank you. Ciao. Wrap up. So, Ateh, tomorrow, what's your plan for tomorrow? You're not scheduled anywhere. You want to take the day off?
Yeah, no, I would like us to focus on the ledger, the IULC ledger. So if we could do that, Andromeda is okay by me.
What is the ledger? Ledger.
The IULC ledger for the taxes, for the partnership taxes,
Okay.
for the
Taxes.
IRS.
Great. Yes. Okay. Yes. Andromeda H2 tomorrow.
Yes.
Perfect. Scheduled. Scheduled.
Time to pause.
Scheduled.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Scheduled. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. How's Daniel? Okay.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Remember to do hypervaluation policy.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
So we meet tomorrow, Andromeda at 2, right?
H2. You and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need to get the taxes going. I'm really
Yes.
worried about that.
Okay. Okay. Let me get on it and we'll see. Great.
Okay.
I am logging this into the schedule.
Yeah.
I can go to 1, 2, 3. Okay, Ateh, please go rest. I think you're done.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Alberto.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ateh. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.
Have a
Good
great
night.
rest of the day. Good night.
You too.
Good.
God bless you.
Amen. I bless you too. Bye.
Au revoir. Au revoir.